Thomas. How you doing, Steve?
Hey, how's it going, Steve?
My man, how you feeling?
A little banged up.
Yeah? Now, you're injured right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got my MRIs on Thursday. And
what'd you do?
Ruptured a disc in my back.
Oh, man.
I thought
it wasn't from trying to rearrange the wall over there, was it?
I think, yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. That was an exciting tournament, man. That heavyweight tournament was really, really exciting, man.
You know, it was fun. It was, and I was looking forward to the next, to the one in April. And I honestly, I knew he was going to be strong, but explosiveness, it really caught me off guard a little bit. Like for such a big guy, he was so explosive. And then it's a ring. It's not like a mat where normally like you'd go out of bounds and reset. But that it's
Get
like
a
you gotta,
restart.
like, in your head, you got to kind of like lock up and then okay, he's gonna do this and try. It's a little tough, but that's the biggest. That other than wise, like, that was the biggest thing. Just getting trying to get used to that. But
yeah,
definitely look forward to coming back.
Yeah, you did well, man. We were really looking forward to seeing you at this next one. So fill everybody in on where you train at, what you're doing.
I train down in Madama Jiu-Jitsu out of Tom's River under Josh Madama. He's a black belt under Matt Sarah and Nikki Sarah. He actually still like learning. Like when I see learning, he goes and gets privates from John Donaher up at Henzo's in New York. And
the Hannibal Lecter of Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah,
John
I mean,
Donaher.
he tells a story, and it's like, if you don't pay attention, you smack you, and you can't come back. Like, he'll tell you don't come back. So I mean,
tough love.
Yeah,
tough love.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. We're getting like the one night he was up there, one weekend he's up there, and he's like, he's like, we're hanging out, we're done, and John goes, oh, do you guys want to help me out with George? And they're like, oh yeah, I got a private with George, and you're like, George St. Pierre? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So it's like...
Right? That just shows you what a brilliant mind that is, man,
so
to have a guy like
they
that
got done
coming
with his
to
private,
you.
and his next private was George St. Pierre, so they were helping him train for, like, Diaz. So
one right to the...
Yeah, so
right
I mean,
to
it's
George
actually,
St. Pierre.
It's kind of cool, like, when, like, people ask, like, where I train at, I'm like, I train a guy who, like, we're getting, like, really high-level stuff, and even to that, he goes up and he does one of Matt's classes on Tuesdays up in... or Thursdays up in Long Island. He goes up there and trains Costas Philippou, Chris Weidman, those guys. So I mean, we get like
beasts,
really,
they're monsters.
Yeah, we're getting like really good stuff. So I really like,
It's actually really nice that MMA finally passed in MMA for MMA
now
for
it's
New York,
go to,
man.
The assembly, and then
that's
once
all,
they
man.
say yes, then that's it.
Because there's so much there. There's so much talent right in there.
It's such a conspiracy. It's like,
how do you not have it there?
It's like, who doesn't? Everybody talks about, MSG's had everything else. How has it not had a UFC fight? Like,
exactly.
I mean, they have rodeos there. That's more dangerous.
A little less violent, right? Than getting in there with a bull. Oh, some of these guys are bulls.
Yeah, they are.
So, what's up? Why don't we get Dave Elias over here too? Steve, he's going to come over and sit next to you. Steve's going to sit with us. Getting him set up. Dave Elias, PGL IV veteran. How you doing today, buddy?
All right, man. Hanging in there.
Good. Why don't you tell everybody where you train at, where your school's at, what you've been doing?
All right. I mainly train out of my school, Shingatai, New Jersey, right in Stratford, New Jersey. I hang out and I train with likes of Dave Clemens, Pat Stano, whoever wants to come in and train.
So Dave, now this will be your second PGL. This one looks different. You're just going in for one match, not the tournament style, so you're not having to prep for multiple matches. Are you going to train any differently because now it's not multiple matches? Now you're just working on one match. You're still just going to train like you did have 10 matches that day.
I mean, that's how I train on a regular. There's no different training for anything. We just train.
Sure, and I know you got a busy schedule, but man, you get it in. You're between the gym. Is it two schools that you go to on a regular, or just one school you're training at, just different classes?
Sometimes I go between two. Sometimes wherever there's some mat time I could get it in, I go and get it in.
Gotcha. So this next one you're going up against Lex Friedman, which should be a really good match. Are you watching any video, tailoring to his style, or what? Just gonna do your thing?
I just go out and do my thing. I'm not worried about what he's gonna do. Plain simple, he's just gotta stop what I gotta do.
There you go. There you go. So Dave, now, did you feel it was a lot different going in there where you have 3 3-minute rounds rather than, you know, a 6, 7, 8 minute round. Did that affect you in any way in that first tournament? Because it's definitely different where you're not dealing with points, you're not dealing with, you know, you're dealing with a judge's score. So the points don't matter. It's more the control, it seems, that matters in this. And also being in there where anything goes, you know, where it can be a neck crank, it could be heel hooks, all that stuff that, you know, you don't see a whole lot. I know you probably train with where you're doing neck, you know, you're working on neck cranks, you're working on heel hooks, stuff like that anyway.
Yeah, I train like that, but it was a totally different situation. You know, usually you have somewhere to time where you can work from a position a little bit longer.
3 minutes, guys.
3 minutes is, you know, it's sometimes it seems like long, and other times it's like, oh, you know, turn around, the bell rang, and it's like, oh, I was just getting started.
It seemed like as soon as the matches start, you look up at the clock and it's 1:30 left.
But when you're in the bottom, it seems like a long time. When you're on top, it doesn't.
Big O can make that hour and or a minute and a half seem like an hour and a half, I'm sure.
Yeah, it never seems to fail. As soon as you get a momentum going, that bell rings.
Go
it's
on,
like,
right?
You know, so you got to be on the go, on point from the first second.
Nice. So Dave, man, why don't you plug yourself one more time, man? Where you're training at, where your school's at, and we'll look forward to seeing you, man, at the next PGL IV.
I'm Dave Elias. I teach at Shingatai, New Jersey, and Stratford, New Jersey. All right.
Very cool. Thanks, Dave.
All right,
appreciate
nice
it, man.
Nice.
You gonna look at me? Yeah.
Big Dave Elias, PGL II veteran.